So hi guys, welcome back to the SA20 League of 2025-26. Today's match is between the Sunrisers Eastern Cape and the Joburg Superkings, and it will be happening at the St. George's Park in Gokhabherha. The Joburg Superkings have won the toss and elected to bowl first. Obviously a huge blow for Joburg Superkings that their captain Faf du Plessis has been ruled out of the tournament. I'll just bring to you the changes which Joburg Superkings have made for today's match. So Rivaldo Munsami, Imran Tahir and Richard Gleeson are playing today. Pronalan Subrayan and Daniel Worrall are out today. And as far as Sunrisers Eastern Cape are concerned, James Coles is in the playing 11 today and Tharindu Ratnayake is not playing. So we are all in readiness now, and Pronalan Subrayan has the new ball in his hand. Joburg Superkings won the toss and elected to bowl first, obviously. So, in fact, Donovan Ferreira has the new ball in his hand. First ball of the match, it's flicked away by Johnny Bairstow down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. Johnny Bairstow and Quinton de Kock are opening the batting for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Sunrisers Eastern Cape obviously suffering a defeat in their previous match against the Durban Super Giants at their own home ground. They've been losing some home matches, so they need to be little aware of that. They need to correct that. Quinton de Kock on strike now. Second ball of the innings coming up. Oh, that's driven back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Ferreira. This time it's on the pads and Quinton de Kock drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Gets off the mark with a single, Quinton de Kock. And Johnny Bairstow is back on strike. Imran Tahir, obviously senior statesman in the team, coming into the playing 11 today. Third ball of the over. On the pads again, flicked away down the ground by Bairstow towards long on and picks up another single. The Quinton de Kock is back on strike. And now de Kock goes down the wicket, hits it all the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. What a shot that is from Quinton de Kock, hitting through the line. Clears the boundary. First 6 of the innings, and that's what Quinton de Kock is good at, using his feet and attacking Ferreira. And this time, last ball of the over, it's driven by Quinton de Kock towards covers and picks up another single to finish the over. The 10 runs came from that over. Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 10 without loss after 1 over. So Richard Gleeson is the new bowler into the attack now for the Joburg Superkings. Quinton de Kock is on strike. Richard Gleeson didn't play the last few matches. Daniel Worrall was playing in place of him. Now he's back into the team. Coming over the wicket to de Kock. And it's driven down the ground by de Kock past mid-off. Will that go away for 4? Fielder running after it. Can't stop it. Another boundary here for Quinton de Kock. Beautiful timing there. Just a gentle push. It's raced past mid-off into the fence. First boundary of the innings from Quinton de Kock. This time it's back of the length and Quinton de Kock flicks it back to the bowler and picks up another quick single. Johnny Bairstow is back on strike. So third ball of the over coming up. Johnny Bairstow on strike. Oh, that's a full delivery again and Bairstow drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. So Quinton de Kock is back on strike. It's a tough ground to chase, Gukka Berha. Once again, Sunrisers Eastern Cape batting first. We saw how they pushed the chasing teams to the last over, even though they lost against Paul Royals and Durban Super Giants at this venue. That's on the pads. And Quinton de Kock flicks it past short fine leg into the boundary. Once again, wrong line from Richard Gleeson, straying onto the pads, beautifully tickled away by de Kock. So 2 more deliveries left in this over, 10 runs from this over so far. That's again on the path, flicked away by de Kock towards towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. 11 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's pulled away by Bairstow. Once again, wrong length from Gleeson. Short ball and Bairstow is so good with the pull shot. Picks up another boundary to finish the over. 3 boundaries in that over from Gleeson. 3 boundaries in that over for Sunrisers Eastern Cape. 15 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 25 without loss after 2 overs. So Andre Burger now back into the attack, but it doesn't make any difference for Quinton de Kock because he just smashes it back past the bowler for 4. Boundaries continue to flow here. What a start this is for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. A very positive start from Quinton de Kock here. Moves to 22 from just 9 balls now with his 3rd boundary in this innings already. And this time that pitched and nipped back in. And another dot ball here from Burger. Four more deliveries left in this over. Goes for the drive again. Gets beaten on the inside edge again. Another beautiful delivery there from Burger. Another dot ball. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's a full delivery, and de Kock hits it down the ground to mid-on. Doesn't take the single. Another dot ball here. So after conceding the boundary, 3 consecutive dot balls from Andre Burger. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Outside the off stump, Quinton de Kock again going for the big booming drive, but not able to make connection. Another dot ball. So 1 more delivery left in this over. Good comeback from Andre Burger after conceding the boundary. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, another in swinger there. Beats de Kock on the inside edge. What an over from Burger there. Conceded a boundary of the first ball, but then continuously tested Quinton de Kock outside the off stump. 4 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 29 without loss after 3 overs. So there's a bowling change here for the Joburg Superkings. Akil Hussain, the left arm off spinner, is into the attack. Johnny Bairstow will be on strike. Akil Hussain coming around the wicket to Johnny Bairstow. Bairstow goes for the slog sweep there, unable to make connection. A dot ball to start the over. And I think because Bairstow got hit on the helmet, there's a mandatory concussion check. to ensure that Bairstow hasn't got any serious injury. If Joburg Super Kings win today, then Durban Super Giants will be eliminated, and whichever team wins today, they will qualify for the playoffs officially. That is the scenario. So the Durban Super Giants will be hoping that the Sunrisers Eastern Cape can defeat the Joburg Super Kings today. Not a good position to be in, where you need to depend on other teams for your playoff qualification. Another thing that Durban Super Giants also have to win their last match to qualify. But Durban Super Giants have got themselves to blame actually. They got a convincing win against MI Cape Town in their first game. Very first match of this SA20 season. But have tapered off ever since. Those two defeats against Joburg Super Kings, then that defeat against Pretoria Capitals, and then yesterday also against Paarl Royals. All those defeats are coming back to haunt them, along with 3 washouts as well. They're all in readiness. Second ball of the over coming up from Akil Hossain. Ooh, pulled his length back there. A little bit of extra bounce for Akil Hossain. And another dot ball. Goes for the sweep again. Johnny Bairstow gets it on the toe of the bat. Towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. But I think Bairstow was looking to hit it more over square leg there. But he's hit it towards deep mid wicket. Joburg Super Kings as well. They also had a good start to the season, but they've suffered a few defeats. And their captain Faf du Plessis is also ruled out of the tournament now, so we don't know how they are going to be continuing. They're close to the playoffs, of course, but Joburg Super Kings have always been that one team that have made the playoffs, but they've always stumbled in the playoffs, either in the eliminator or in the qualifier too. They've always stumbled. They've not been able to qualify through to the final. As Quinton de Kock sweeps past square leg, and that'll be 4 more. He's so good, isn't it? All around the wicket, Quinton de Kock. Nothing much Akil Hossain could have done about that. Once again, dragging it from outside the off stump towards the leg side. And Quinton de Kock picks up his 4th boundary in this innings. This time it's another quicker delivery, and Quinton de Kock flicks it away towards mid-wicket. Coming back for 2, that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Quinton de Kock. 7 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. That's short again, pulled away by de Kock towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Akil Hossain, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 37 without loss after 4 overs. So Andre Berger back into his second over. And De Kock swings it away leg side towards deep square leg. And picks up another single to start the over. So Johnny Bairstow is back on strike. Gives himself room, flicks it away leg side, it's in the gap. And that'll run away for 4 as well. Beautifully flicked away there by Johnny Bairstow. Too full on that occasion from Andre Berger. Bairstow is really good with the pickup shot. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes again in the slot, and that's out of the ground, is it? Yes, it is. Just about clearing the boundary there. Another 6 for Johnny Bairstow. In fact, his first 6 in this innings. Another 6 for Sunrisers Eastern Cape is the second 6 of the innings. In the slot from Andre Berger and dispatched by Johnny Bairstow. Now Berger coming around the wicket and he's cleaned him up. What a delivery there. It's gone through the gate of Johnny Bairstow, looking to drive on the up. Not able to make connection, loses his off stump. And Berger strikes back after conceding the 4 and the 6. Castles Johnny Bairstow, and a much needed breakthrough for the Joburg Superkings, because this opening partnership was taking the game away from Joburg Superkings in the power play. And Andre Berger provides the important breakthrough which the Joburg Superkings badly wanted. So the first wicket goes down for Sunrisers Eastern Cape. It's a huge wicket. Johnny Bairstow is out after scoring 18 runs from 10 balls. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 48 for 1 after 4.4 overs. So Matthew Britsky is the new batter to the crease for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. What a huge wicket. Finally the Joburg Super Kings getting the breakthrough. It brings in another experienced, I won't say experienced batter, but a new batter who has made giant strides in international cricket for South Africa in recent times, Matthew Britsky. He will gain experience as well through time, but a fantastic player already. And he is at the crease now. 2 more deliveries left in this over. So fifth ball of the over coming up. Around the wicket is Nandre Berger. And that's driven again back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Berger. 11 runs have come from this over. Still one ball left. Last ball of the over. That's back of the length. Flicked away by Britsky towards mid-wicket and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Johnny Bairstow. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 49 for 1 after 5 overs. So Akil Hossain now back into the attack into his second over. Matthew Britsky is on strike. Akil Hossain coming around the wicket to Matthew Britsky. And that's a full delivery. Britsky drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Britsky gives himself room, swings it leg side towards deep mid-wicket. They're going to push for 2 here. And yes, another couple of runs for Matthew Britsky, and the 50 comes up for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. 50 comes up in just 5.2 overs at the loss of 1 wicket. A great start by the openers. Johnny Bairstow has been dismissed. Now they need a partnership again. The third ball of the over again. Goes high in the air. Is there a fielder coming underneath it? Yes, catch taken. Another wicket goes down. Vian Mulder takes the catch at covers. And nothing short really there from Matthew Britsky. Gave himself room. I think was looking to clear that fielder there at covers. Only managing to spoon it in the air. Only managing to just hit it up in the air. And Mulder taking a simple catch. So the second wicket goes down here for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. In the attempt to play shots, Sunrisers Eastern Cape are throwing away some wickets here. Vian Mulder taking a safe catch. And Akil Hossain picks up another important breakthrough. Matthew Britsky is out after scoring 3 runs from 5 balls, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 51 for 2 after 5.3 overs. So Jordan Herman is the new batter to the crease for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. 3 more deliveries left in this over. A good catch there by Ian Mulder, and now suddenly Joburg Super Kings picking up a few breakthroughs. Jordan Herman is the man in form actually. He's done really well with the bat in this season. Again, the responsibility will be on him to guide this innings for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Remember, Joburg Super Kings wins today. Durban Super Giants will be eliminated from the tournament even if they win their last match. And I think even MI Cape Town's playoff chances are very, very less. They lose one more game, they will also be eliminated. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Ooh, another quicker delivery, and Jordan Herman defends it on the back foot. Another dot ball from Akil Hossain. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's back of the length again, and Herman punches it towards covers. Another dot ball from Akil Hossain. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away again. It's in the gap. That might run away for 4. Yes, it does. Found the gap beautifully there. Jordan Herman gets off the mark with a boundary to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Matthew Britsky. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 55 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. So Donovan Ferreira back into the attack, and that's pulled away by Quinton de Kock towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to start the over. Oh, that's a wide down the leg side from Ferreira. So he has to reload that one again. Quicker delivery fired in down the leg side there from Ferreira. Jordan Herman is such a dynamic player, has played a lot of good innings in this tournament so far. Ooh, that's on the stumps. It takes the edge towards short third man, and Jordan Herman picks up another single. This time again, defended towards point, and Quinton de Kock picks up another single as well. So it's hit in the air, down the ground to long off, one bounce to long off. And Herman picks up another single. Ooh, again another good delivery on the stumps. Quinton de Kock defends it towards covers. Another dot ball here. Last ball of the over. And it's just gently flicked away by Quinton de Kock, who picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 61 for 2 after 7 overs. Okay, so the new bowler into the attack for the Joburg of Super Kings is none other than Imran Tahir, a veteran of the game, still playing the game, still impressing everyone, still inspiring everyone. He is bowling over the wicket now to Quinton de Kock. Ooh, and that's on the pads, pulled away by de Kock towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Jordan Herman is back on strike. Oh, appeal for LBW there, going for the run. What was the fielder thinking there? Daydreaming. You got to be collecting the ball and attempting for a run out. Just because you're appealing for LBW, can't afford to daydream like that. It was clearly off the bat first of all. I don't know what they were appealing for. But the fielder wasn't even alert to the fact that they're going for the single. You need to be alert. As de Kock slog sweeps it. And that's all the way for 6. Clear square leg. A much needed 6 for Sunrisers Eastern Cape because things just got a little bit quiet in the last couple of overs. And de Kock decided that he's going to go after the bowlers and picks up his second 6 in this innings. And this time it's a full delivery. De Kock drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. 9 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Ooh, quicker delivery again. Very dangerous to play on the back foot. Jordan Herman is going on to the back foot. Whatever delivery he should be playing on the front foot there. The quicker deliveries is going on to the back foot. Anytime he can be trapped in front. Last ball of the over coming up. Nicely tossed up, driven down the ground. He's found the gap as yes he has. That's a beautiful piece of timing and placement from Jordan Herman to finish the over. 13 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 74 for 2 after 8 overs. So Donovan Ferreira now continuing into his third over and starts with a dot ball again. Quinton de Kock drives it back to the bowler. Another quicker delivery. De Kock going for the flick shot. Gets the edge towards point. Another dot ball from Ferreira. Goes for a sweep. It's in the gap. 1 bounce 4 towards the deep square leg area. He is always lining himself up to play that slog sweep as Quinton de Kock. He cannot be bowling onto the pads because that is exactly what will happen. This time another quicker delivery and Quinton de Kock flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Jordan Herman is back on strike. Another quicker delivery. Herman pulls it away towards deep mid wicket. Are they going to push for two here? No, they are not. Just a single for Jordan Herman. So last ball of the over coming up. And Quinton de Kock defends it on the front foot back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 6 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 80 for 2 after 9 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout and Imran Tahir is continuing into his second over. Tossed up delivery, Jordan Herman drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. This time it's flicked away again by Quinton de Kock. They're pushing for two here. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Quinton de Kock. Keeps the strike as well. This is good batting here. Sorry. Ooh, quicker delivery there. Beats the outside edge of Quinton de Kock. And another dot ball from Imran Tahir. Another quicker delivery flicked away by de Kock. They're going to push for 2, I think. Coming back for a second here. Chance of run out at the keeper's end. Ferreira takes the bails off. Has Quinton de Kock made it back in? Could this be another wicket here? We need to have a look upstairs. They're going to check for the run out. This could be a big moment in this game. Quinton de Kock looking for a half century. Ooh, de Kock has made it back. So it will be a half century for Quinton de Kock. Half century it will be. Not out it is. Quinton de Kock has scored 50 from just 33 balls. With 5 boundaries and 2 sixers, outstanding knock. At a strike rate of 151.5. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Streaming is a bit delayed today. Comes down the wicket again, flicks it away as de Kock. They're going to push for 2. And they'll come back for another second. This is excellent running between the wickets from Quinton de Kock. Another couple of runs to finish the over. There's in fact still 1 more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Has flicked away again. Down the ground to long on. Reluctant to take the single, but then he takes it. Single to finish that over. 8 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape at the halfway mark of this innings are 88 for 2 after 10 overs. Donovan Ferreira coming around the wicket. And Quinton de Kock gets it straight back down the ground towards long on. And picks up another single to start the over. Jordan Herman back on strike. Oh, another quicker delivery, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW there. Umpire is unmoved, says not out. Are they going to go for the review here? I don't think they are going for the review. They're not going for the review. So it will only be a dot ball. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes big, slog sweep, it's in the air. How far has this gone? Fielder takes the catch at deep mid-wicket. And Ferreira strikes. He always has this knack, doesn't he? Always has this knack of picking up important wickets. He's got rid of a big wicket here. It's Jordan Herman who has to make the long walk back. And Ferreira, man with the golden arm as they say, picks up another wicket here. The third wicket goes down for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. He went for the slog sweep, backed himself to clear the boundary. The fielder at deep mid wicket making no mistake. So Sunrisers Eastern Cape lose another one. Jordan Herman is out for 13 and SEC are 89 for 3 after 10.3 overs. So Tristan Stubbs is the new batter to the crease. 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's a quicker delivery and Stubbs flicks it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single, gets off the mark with a single. Finally, the streaming is on time. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Quinton de Kock is back on strike by a set batter, has scored a half century. Oh, appeal for LBW, that looks very, very close. The umpire says not out. This could be a huge moment here. Ferreira immediately goes for the review. He's the captain today. No, Faf du Plessis has been ruled out of the tournament. Faf du Plessis has been ruled out of the tournament, so Ferreira is the captain. So he will take the decision whether he wants to go for the review or not. Immediately signaled a review to the umpire. And this could be another wicket here. It looked very, very close actually. Extremely close. I think Quinton de Kock himself will know. And this could be his downfall in this innings. That just spun away a fraction. Oh my goodness, that looks very, very straight. Unless a height is the factor, no, doesn't look like there's any bat involved in that. Only height can save Quinton de Kock here. Nothing on ultra edge. So it should be either umpire's call or missing the stumps in height. Only then Quinton de Kock will be saved. Otherwise, he'll be a goner. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets hitting, there you go. 2 wickets in the over for Ferreira. He went for the review and rightly so. It's a successful review for Joburg Super Kings. And the set batter, Quinton de Kock, has to go. Decision has been reversed to out by the umpire. Technology can never be wrong, can't it? The umpire can be wrong, but technology can never be wrong. Quinton de Kock is gone after a fantastic knock of 54 from 37 balls. Donovan Ferreira picks up 2 wickets in the over, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 90 for 4 after 10.5 overs. So James Coles is the new batter to the crease for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. So James Coles is the new batter to the crease. 1 more delivery left in this over from Ferreira. What a review there from Ferreira. Proactive review. He knew that it was straight, so he went for the review. Last ball of the over. And that's a full delivery, and then James Coles drives it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. Excellent over, excellent spell from Donovan Ferreira. Just 3 runs came from that over, including 2 wickets. And he finishes his spell 2 for 25 in his 4 overs. Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 91 for 4 after 11 overs. So 9 more overs left in this innings, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape, they can push towards 170, 180 from here. So Akil Hossain now back into the attack. He still has 2 overs left in his spell. Coming around the wicket to Tristan Stubbs. Oh, in fact, James Coles on strike. Flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. It's been 16 balls since Sunrisers Eastern Cape scored their last boundary. Tristan Stubbs is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. That's full again, driven down the ground by Stubbs towards long off. And picks up another single. Ooh, on the pass, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW there. Maybe there was a little bit of bat involved in that. And Coles will pick up another single. 3 singles to start this over. This time again, punched down the ground by Stubbs towards long off. Picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. James Coles is back on strike. It's punched away again towards covers, and Coles picks up another single. Good over here from Akil Hossain. Just 5 runs from this over, still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's punched again, straight to covers. And another dot ball to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 96 for 4 after 12 overs. So Imran Tahir now back into the attack, and Coles drives beautifully through the offside for 4. Towards deep extra covers, gets off the mark with a boundary. Wonderfully driven through the covers there by James Coles, picks up his first boundary in this innings. This time again it's flicked away by James Coles towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single. This time again full delivery. Stubbs drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single as well. 6 runs have come from this over. Still 3 balls left. Full toss. Coles comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. 7 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Short and wide, cut away by Stubbs towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Oh, goes for the sweep and it's gone underneath everyone. It's gone past the keeper and that'll be 4. No one can believe how that went for 4. Even Imran Tahir can't believe it. The wicket keeper can't believe it. Where it is 4 runs to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 108 for 4 after 13 overs. So Akil Hussain now is continuing into his last over. Tristan Stubbs is on strike. Ooh, that's on the stumps. Defended again by Stubbs. Back to the bowler. Again a dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. And gives himself room. Stubbs cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Third ball of the over coming up. Pulled away again by Coles, down the ground to long on, and picks up another single. 2 singles in this over, still 3 balls left. It's cut away again by Stubbs towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Coles is back on strike. Ooh, that's on the stumps again. Flicked away again by Coles. Picks up another single. Another excellent over from Akil Hussain. Just 4 runs coming from this over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's punched away again by Stubbs towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 113 for 4 after 14 overs. So Richard Gleeson now back into the attack, into his second over. And that's flicked away by Stubbs towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single to start the over. So James Coles is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. That's full again, driven through the covers by James Coles. And that'll be 4 as well. Wonderfully driven again by Coles. Found the gap, picks up his third boundary. Is looking really good in this innings so far as James Coles. No doubt about that. That's pulled away by Coles towards deep fine leg and picks up another single here. 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's full again, and Stubbs drives it down the ground to mid-off and picks up another single. So Coles is back on strike. Oh, goes for the drive. I think it was a slow ball from Gleason, completely deceiving Coles. And another dot ball here. I think it was the knuckle ball there from Coles. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's flicked away again by Tristan Stubbs towards deep mid wicket. And they are pushing for 2 here. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 122 for 4 after 15 overs. So 5 more overs left in this innings. Andre Burger now back into the attack for JSK. Oh, that's a slow ball, and Stubbs drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. That swung away down the ground again towards long on, and Coles picks up another single. That's cut away again by Stubbs towards deep point. Another single, 3 singles to start this over. That's pulled again down the ground to long on. And Coles picks up another single, still not able to find the boundaries here, both these batters. That's driven again down the ground to long off. Oh, they're pushing for two here. That's good running between the wickets from Tristan Stubbs. Picks up another couple of runs. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's driven down the ground again by Stubbs. Another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 129 for 4 after 16 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So Richard Gleeson now back into the attack. Come to the end of the strategic timeout. Single to start the over. James Coles is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. That's pulled away again by Coles towards deep mid wicket. Oh, they're coming back for a second. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for James Coles. So the average first innings winning score at this venue is 165, it seems. That's pulled away again by Coles towards deep mid wicket for 4. Found the gap beautifully. And Coles picks up another boundary. Is really looking good here for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Picks up his 4th boundary in this innings. Moves to 30 from just 18 balls. Slow ball, gives himself room, looks to cut it away there, but not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Gleeson. Oh, he goes over the top, over mid off, and that's 4 more. Second boundary in the over. James Coles is looking really good here. Moves to 34 now from just 20 balls. His 5th boundary in this innings. Terrific shot over mid off there. Making his first appearance in this SA20 tournament, and he's really impressing here is James Coles. Last ball of the over, it's a full delivery and driven down the ground again by Coles towards long off. And picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 141 for 4 after 17 overs. Partnership also comes up between these two batters. That's driven again down the ground by Coles towards mid-off and picks up another single to start the over. Partnership now 52 from 38 balls between Tristan Stubbs and James Coles. And just a stat actually, any team that has scored above 165 has won every game so far. 100% win percentage for the teams batting first and scoring 165 plus at this venue. And that itself speaks volumes about why Paul Royals and Durban Supergiants struggled in their respective run chases at this venue before they ended up winning it. That's gone over third man, and that'll be 4 as well. The way these two batters are batting, surely they look like they're going to take the score above 165. Tristan Stubbs with his first boundary in this innings. Lucky boundary, but he'll take it. That's too wide. Too wide from Berger. Given as a wide by the umpire. So Berger has to reload that one again. That's a slow ball. Stubbs drives it again towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Good slow ball bowling from Berger. Goes for reverse, gets it over the keeper, and that's 4 more. What a clever shot there from James Coles. He's playing all the shots today, isn't he? He has the reverse sweeps as well. Picks up another boundary. 150 comes up for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Remember, they are 13 runs away from the match-winning score that I was talking about. This time moves across his stumps, hits it in the air, lands safely towards deep point. And James Coles picks up another single and another couple of runs for James Coles. So 13 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over coming up. It's pulled away again by Coles towards deep mid-wicket. Oh, good fielding at deep mid-wicket. Looking for the second as well, but have to settle for the single. Another single to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over. Expensive over from Andre Berger. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape are now 155 for 4 after 18 overs. So Gleeson bowling the penultimate over. Coles cuts it over point. That's 4 more. He's playing all the shots today as James Coles. Once again, hitting it over point. Starts the over with a boundary. Moves across, looking to pull it away, gets it on the thighs, and it will be 1 leg byes for James Coles. That's pulled away again towards deep mid wicket, and Stubbs picks up another single. 6 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. They're getting close to that 165 which I was talking about. Coles is back on strike. Full toss, and Coles hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Yorker. Stubbs looking to flick it away, gets it on the pads, picks up another leg by single. 8 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. Slow ball pulled away again by Coles, in the gap for another boundary, and brings up his half century as well. This has been a high quality knock from James Coles. 53 from just 29 balls with 8 boundaries at a strike rate of 182.76. What an outstanding knock this has been. Ends the over with a boundary as well. They've crossed that 165 that I was talking about. So if Joburg Super Kings are to get over the line, they need to make the highest successful run chase in T20 cricket at this venue. 12 runs came from that over, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape are 167 for 4 after 19 overs with 1 more over left in this innings. So Vian Mulder will be bowling the last over for the Joburg Super Kings. He'll be coming around the wicket to Tristan Stubbs. He moves across his stumps, drives it back down the ground to mid-off, and picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away again by Coles. It's in the gap again for another boundary. How good has his placement been? Picks up his 9th boundary in this innings. Moves to 57. They've crossed 170 now. Sunrisers Eastern Cape. What a score and what an innings this is from James Coles. Oh, that's too wide. Too wide outside the off stump. Mulder has to reload that one again. Joburg Super Kings bowlers have been feeling the pressure all this innings so far. They need to achieve their highest successful run chase at this venue. It's not going to be easy. Look at the first innings totals in SA20 cricket at this venue. 165 plus has always been a winning score for the teams batting first. And below 165, teams have won only 2 matches, and that was in this tournament where Pal Royals and Durban Super Giants won the matches. Chasing. Goes over the top, over mid-off, and that's 4 more. Coles is just tearing apart Mulder at the moment, tearing apart every single bowler of the Joburg Super Kings. Another boundary here in this over. Still 3 balls left in this over. 177 now the score. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that's another wide outside the off stump from Mulder. Might have to reload that one again. Second wide in this over from Mulder. 11 runs have come from this over. Still 3 balls left. Moves across his stumps, looking to help it away leg side, not able to make connection, but since he went a long way across, he's missed the ball, and another dot ball from Mulder. Oh, short and wide. Goes for the cut shot again, unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Mulder. At least he's redeemed himself somewhat by bowling 2 consecutive dot balls. So 1 more delivery left in this innings now. 11 runs have come from this last over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the innings. Cole's on strike. What more can he do? Oh, that's sliced away. It's in the air. Down to deep point, and catch is taken. Brings to an end a fantastic innings from James Coles. Was looking to slash it away over deep point there, but the fielder there completing the catch. Mulder finishes with a wicket. So 11 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of James Coles. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape have finished with a mammoth total of 178 for 5 after 20 overs. It's a huge score at this venue in particular because we have seen chasing teams struggle at this venue at St. George's Park in Gokhaberha. And if Joburg Super Kings are to win this game, they need to achieve their highest successful run chase in SA20 at this particular venue. Mulder picks up a wicket to finish the innings. But an outstanding innings from James Coles completely took the game away from Joburg Super Kings there. Dismissed after scoring 61 runs from 34 balls. He's playing his first match in this SA20 season and has impressed everyone, to be honest. And a superb score actually for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Joburg Super Kings, they have been on a losing streak for a few matches. They'll look to come back to winning ways today. Partnership of 88 from 55 balls between Tristan Stubbs and James Coles has taken the Sunrisers Eastern Cape to 178 for 5. Earlier on in this innings, Quinton de Kock scored a half century, 54 from 37 balls. And then in the end, it was this partnership between Tristan Stubbs and James Coles. No team has ever chased above 165 at this venue in SA20, but records and streaks are always meant to be broken. Joburg Super Kings, when they come out to bat, will need 179 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So, hi guys, welcome back to the run chase. The Joburg Super Kings need 179 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. As mentioned earlier, they need to achieve their highest successful run chase at this venue if they want to win this. Rivaldo, Munsami and James Vince are opening the innings for Joburg Super Kings. Here we go, first ball of the match. That's punched away by James Vince. What a way to start the run chase. Through the covers for 4. Beautiful timing there. James Vince is a really good player. Gets off the mark with a boundary of the very first ball of the run chase. That will give him a lot of confidence. Marco Janssen bowling the first over, conceding a boundary first ball, second ball of the over coming up, and that's driven again down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball from Marco Janssen. So Marco Janssen needs only one more wicket to become the leading wicket taker in SA20 history. He's taken 52 wickets so far in the SA20 tournament. If he takes one more wicket, he'll become the leading wicket taker ever in SA20 history. And that's driven down the ground again by Vince. It's past mid-off. They're going to push for 2. Will this race away for 4? Fielder going after it does well. And they'll run to coming back for 3. In fact, that's excellent running between the wickets. 3 runs completed by James Vince. And now Rivaldo Munsami is back on strike. Oh, this time back of the length, Rivaldo Munsami defends it towards third man. And another dot ball from Marco Janssen. It's very important for Joburg Super Kings to get off to a good start in the power play because the pitch will slow down during the middle overs. If anyone remembers how Pal Royals and Durban Super Giants struggled in their run chases at this venue, if anyone had learnt any lessons from those run chases, yes, Pal Royals and Durban Super Giants got over the line in those run chases at this venue against Sunrisers Eastern Cape, but they did struggle in the middle overs. So that is why it's very important to get off to a good start in the power play, so that even if you struggle in the middle overs, the required run rate doesn't climb too high or doesn't get out of reach. Because definitely in the middle overs, the spinners will come into play for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. There will be extra bounce for the fast bowlers, extra kick will be there. Such a tough ground to be batting. Such a tough ground to chase down totals as well. The last ball of the over coming up. That's pulled away by Munsami. It's in the air. And it lands safely. Doesn't reach the boundary. Slows down in the outfield. And Munsami gets off the mark with a couple of runs to finish the over. The 9 runs came from that over. Joburg Super Kings are 9 without loss after 1 over. The Joburg Super Kings have a strong batting lineup. They'll be backing themselves to chase this down. Only thing about the conditions actually. And I think, conditions will play a major role. Adam Milne now is the new bowler into the attack for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Best thing to do for the chasing team, forget about the conditions, play according to the merit of the ball, try and score, try and get off to a good start, score as brisk as possible. James wins on strike. Oh, and he flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and wins. Picks up another single to start the over. That's too wide. Too wide from Adam Milne. Has to reload that one again. The fourth ball of the over coming up, the third ball of the over coming up, and Munsami defends it towards point and picks up another single. Good running between the wickets from Rivaldo Munsami. So Vince is back on strike. It's driven down the ground again by Vince. Oh, good fielding at mid-off. And James Vince picks up another single. So looks like this game will go well into the night actually, the way things are unfolding. It's already 11 o'clock here in India and the second innings has just about started. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Munsami back on strike. Oh, comes down the wicket, looks to flick it away, unable to make connection. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over coming up. Oh, looking to pull it away, gets it on the helmet. His batter is down. Oh dear. His head and flush on the helmet. Hopefully he's alright. They'll have a concussion check for sure. They do the concussion check regularly these days to avoid any serious head injuries. That is a good initiative which they have brought in. Because many people are getting seriously injured. It's becoming a health scare as well. So better to have it checked. Even a small hit on the helmet or anywhere close to the head or something like that, better to get it checked. So they will do a concussion check there. In fact, still one more delivery left in this over. Well, Munsami is getting treated. Meanwhile, Now they are showing another match here as well, where the Delhi Capitals women managed to defeat the UP Warriors women today in the WPL match number 6, I guess, in WPL. The Delhi Capital, match number 7 actually in this year's WPL. Delhi Capitals women got a last ball win against UP Warriors. It looked as though Delhi Capitals might almost lose the game once again, because the way they lost it in the previous match as well against the Gujarat Giants, where they were just about close to achieving the highest ever successful run chase in WPL history, but they couldn't make it. But today they have managed to get over the line and pick up their first win in the WPL tournament. That's another dot ball here from Adam Milne to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over, and Joburg Super Kings are now 13 without loss after 2 overs. So Marco Janssen now back into the attack, into his second over. James Vince is on strike. Marco Janssen coming around the wicket to James Vince. And that's punched away by Vince towards deep point, and picks up another single to start the over. That's flicked away by Munsami, and that's over deep mid wicket for 6. Helicopter shot there from Munsami against the bowler of a quality of Marco Janssen. Won't say it's a bad delivery at all, but what a shot from Munsami there. Brought out the helicopter and picks up his first 6 in this innings. That's flicked away again by Munsami towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. That's cut away down the ground, back pass mid on, and that'll be 4 more. So 6 followed by a 4 in this over. Pressure building here on Marco Janssen. 12 runs from the first 4 balls of this over, still 2 balls left. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. And that's driven again through the covers for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries from Vince. He's on fire at the moment. Expensive over again from Janssen. 16 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. Ooh, back of the length there, inside edge from Vince. Towards square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. Expensive over from Marco Jansen, very uncharacteristic of him. 17 runs came from that over, and Joburg Super Kings are now 30 without loss after 3 overs. So James Coles is the new bowler into the attack. That's tossed up and Vince drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. That's a full toss. Munsami hits it down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Coles. Goes for a slog sweep. And he's nailed that one. That is... Oh, it's taken. Taken at deep mid-wicket. I thought he had got enough on it. But a long boundary that side of the ground. Couldn't get the distance. And James Coles gets the breakthrough for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. And it's a big wicket as well because Rivaldo Munsami has to go. And finally, Joburg Super Kings 1 down. Rivaldo Munsami is out after scoring 10 runs from 11 balls. He played a superb helicopter shot but got dismissed. And Joburg Super Kings are now 31 for 1 after 3.3 overs. So Michael Pepper is the new batter to the crease for the Joburg Super Kings. That's a quicker delivery from Coles and Michael Pepper defends it on the back foot back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Goes for the sweep and gets it down towards deep mid-wicket and Michael Pepper gets off the mark with a single. Last ball of the over. Another quicker delivery flicked away by Vince towards square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Rivaldo Munsami, and Joburg Super Kings are now 33 for 1 after 4 overs. That's driven down the ground by Vince towards mid-on and picks up another single to start the over. Adam Milne continuing into his second over. Michael Pepper back on strike. That's full again, driven straight to covers. Another dot ball from Milne. Oh, that swung back in there. Michael Pepper going for the drive. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Adam Milne. A good start to this over here from Adam Milne. Just 1 run from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. And again, I think the conditions are now getting the better of the batters. Need to be careful at this particular venue during run chases. The conditions will take over. That's driven in the air by Michael Pepper, clears the infield. They might push for 2 here. They will. Good running between the wickets from Michael Pepper. Picks up another couple of runs. Last ball of the over. And it's driven again back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. So just 3 runs came from that over. And Joburg Super Kings are now 36 for 1 after 5 overs. So 15 overs left, 143 needed for Joburg Super Kings. Andrik Nokia now the new bowler into the attack. And that's back of the length, driven again by James Vince straight to covers. And again a dot ball to start the over. Smashed away again, straight to covers again. Make that another dot ball. 2 dot balls to start this over. That's driven in the air by Vince. Over the top again. And just clearing those fielders there. We'll pick up another couple of runs here. Good running between the wickets from James Vince. Another couple of runs. Oh, that's full again, driven down the ground to covers, and another dot ball. A really good over here from Andrik Nokia. Just 2 runs coming from this over, still 2 balls left. Oh, that's a short ball. Vince going for the pull shot. Unable to make connection. Good bouncer again from Andrik Nokia. And another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up, and that's driven back down the ground by Vince towards mid-on and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, and the power play has been completed. Joburg Super Kings are 39 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. The Senioran Muthuswamy is the new bowler into the attack for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Coming around the wicket now to James Vince. And Vince flicks it away again towards square leg and picks up another single to start the over. required run rate is just about increasing a little bit now. Goes for the sweep towards short fine leg, and Michael Pepper picks up another single. Goes for the slog sweep this time, wins towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single as well. 3 singles in this over. Still 3 balls left. Michael Pepper is back on strike. And now goes for the reverse sweep. Oh, 2 fielders diving there. And then stops the ball. Michael Pepper picks up another single here. 4 singles in this over. Still 2 balls left. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Required run rate now 10.20. Comes down the wicket, hits it high in the air. Fielder running backwards. Oh, puts it down. Mid off, the fielder at mid off there, looking to run backwards. Got to the ball but couldn't keep a hold of it. And Vince picks up another couple of runs here. 6 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. That's driven in the air again. Towards deep extra covers again. Picks up another single to finish the over. Good over from Muthuswamy. 7 runs came from that over. And Joburg Super Kings are now 46 for 1 after 7 overs. So the winner of today's match will surely qualify into the playoffs. And the important thing is, if Joburg Super Kings wins this match, then Durban Super Giants will be officially eliminated. James Coles now back into the attack. Oh, it's been stumped here straight away. What a way to start. Vince coming down the wicket, missing it altogether. And what can't James Coles do today? He can bat, he can bowl, he can pick up wickets. He can score runs with the bat. Once again, a wicket to start the over. Vince is on his way back to the pavilion. And the Joburg Super Kings lose their second wicket here. James Vince is gone after scoring 30 runs from 23 balls, and Joburg Super Kings in a little bit of trouble now. 46 for 2 after 7.1 overs. So Dion Forrester is the new batter to the crease for the Joburg Super Kings. James Coles with dream bowling figures of 2 for 3 in his 1.1 overs, coming around the wicket now. Oh, when Forrester looking to punch it through the offside, gets an inside edge towards square leg and gets off the mark with a single. It's going to be tough now for Joburg Super Kings because, as we said, no team has chased above 165 at this venue in the SA20 tournament so far. And the conditions will favour the bowlers at this venue, particularly the spinners. It's the middle overs now, and this is the time when the squeeze will start from the Sunrisers bowlers. Oh, another quicker delivery. Michael Pepper looking to flick it away, gets the leading edge towards covers. And another dot ball from James Coles. This time it's cut away. Oh, good fielding at covers. And another dot ball here from Coles. What an over this is. Just one run from this over and a wicket as well. 2 more deliveries left in this over. It's cut away again, straight to point. And Michael Pepper picks up another single. Last ball of the over. That's pulled away by Forrester and that's sent to the crowd for 6. 2 short there from Coles. And Dian Forrester picked up the length beautifully and a much needed 6 to finish that over. It was going quiet till that time. Ends the over with a 6. 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of James Vince. And Joburg Super Kings are now 54 for 2 after 8 overs. So 50 comes up for Joburg Super Kings with that 6. 50 comes up in 8 overs at the loss of 2 wickets. Senor and Muthuswamy now into his second over. And Michael Pepper sweeps him away. Oh, good fielding. Good fielding at deep square leg. And Pepper picks up another single. 124 needed from 71 balls. Can the Joburg Super Kings still do it? Can they keep pushing? Dian Forrester, what a shot that was. The last ball of the previous over. I know that the conditions are difficult, but still keep trying. As a chasing team, nothing is impossible. Just keep trying. That's on the pass. It's pulled away. That'll be 4, I think. Loose delivery there from Senor and Muthuswamy. And put away by Dian Forrester. So they're getting some valuable boundaries now, Joburg Super Kings. Dian Forrester has started well. And he goes again, it's high in the air, long on, coming underneath it, takes the catch. He's thrown it away here, Dian Forrester, hit a 6 and a 4, went for a big shot, too many. And has holed out at long on, the 3rd wicket goes down for the Joburg Super Kings. Sunrisers Eastern Cape chipping away with the wickets. Joburg Super Kings in a lot of trouble now, 3 down here. Dian Forrester also walking back. And Senor and Muthuswamy gets the breakthrough for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Couldn't get hold of it there, Dian Forrester. Really good catch at long on. So Dian Forrester is out after a quick 11 from 4 balls. And Joburg Super Kings are now 59 for 3 after 8.3 overs. So Joburg Super Kings are now 59 for 3 after 8.3 overs, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. We come to the end of the strategic timeout. Matthew de Villiers is the new batter to the crease, and straight away drives it down the ground to long off and gets off the mark with a single. Michael Pepper is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for the sweep. Michael Pepper down towards deep mid-wicket. Good fielding there at deep mid-wicket. And Pepper picks up another single as well. 7 runs came from this over. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. And Matthew de Villiers reverse sweeps it towards deep point and picks up another single to finish the over. Excellent over from Senioran Muthuswamy. 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Dion Forrester. And Joburg Super Kings are now 62 for 3 after 9 overs. So 11 overs left, 117 more runs needed for the Joburg Super Kings. James Coles continuing into his 3rd over. Matthew de Villiers again picks up another single to start the over. It's getting harder and harder now for Joburg Super Kings. And that is expected at this particular venue actually. Chasing is very, very hard. I don't know why teams always opt to goal first at this venue. Can easily bat first, score 165 plus and try and put pressure on the opposition. Goes over the top. That's a beautiful shot from Michael Pepper. Picks up a boundary. Every boundary is important at this stage for Joburg Super Kings because every time you need to bring the required run rate as down as possible to make it easier. Michael Pepper picks up his first boundary in this innings now. So third ball of the over coming up. And goes for the sweep. Gets it past fine leg. They might even push for two, you know. That's good running between the wickets. Oh, they're coming back for three. Fantastic running. 3 runs completed by Michael Pepper. Now Matthew de Villiers back on strike. 10 runs per over, you would think it's gettable actually, this equation. But the thing is, these conditions. St. George's Park, Joburg, very tough ground to chase down these kind of totals. In any other ground you can chase down. It's driven down the ground again by Matthew de Villiers towards long off. And picks up another single. Goes for the cut shot again. Not able to make connection there. Fantastic spell, fantastic over from James Coles. Still has one more delivery left in this over. Need a boundary here. Michael Pepper is a good batter. Goes over the top. Just lands short of point and picks up. Michael Pepper picks up another single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over. And Joburg Super Kings are 72 for 3 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. Senioran Muthuswamy now continuing into his second over. Pepper on strike. Goes for the reverse sweep. Unable to make proper connection. Picks up another single. Matthew de Villiers back on strike. Pressure now. Required run rate 10.78 is a huge ask at this venue. And this is the problem actually at this venue. The middle overs, it's always tough to score the runs. Oh, goes for the drive. Has missed it altogether. Has Matthew de Villiers lost his balance? They're going to go upstairs to the third umpire. This could be another huge moment here in this game. Nicely tossed up there by Muthuswamy. Matthew de Villiers going for the expansive drive. It's going to be a huge decision here. But today actually I think James Coles, the day belongs to him actually. The way he has put the pressure on Joburg Super Kings, scoring a half century, picking up 2 wickets, and Matthew de Villiers has made it back. So he's inside the crease. It will be not out. Yes, not out it is. Third ball of the over coming up. That's cut away by de Villiers. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. That's racing away. Racing away for 4. Short and wide from Muthuswamy. Matthew de Villiers picks up another important boundary here for JSK. Donovan Ferreira will come in next in case a wicket falls. That's swept away again by De Villiers. Down towards deep mid-wicket. Good fielding at deep mid-wicket. They're going to push for 2 here. Coming back for a second. And chance of run out here. Oh dear. They're going to go upstairs to the third umpire. Has he made it back? He was hurrying back. Hustling back. Matthew De Villiers. And this could be another big one. Another big moment to have a look upstairs. Pushing for 2 there. Sunrisers are celebrating here as if they have already got the wicket. They need to hold on a little bit. It's a race here. Has De Villiers made it back? Who is making it back? Who is? He's made it back. Good dive there from Matthew De Villiers. Just about makes it back. Is the bat in the air? That will be the big question. Is the bat in the air or not? He's crossed the line, but whether the bat is in the air, that is the big question here. The bat is in the air. Oh my goodness. So this should be out, I think. He's dived full length, but that's the thing, isn't it? The bat bounces up. Out is the signal. So Matthew De Villiers is on his way here. Run out. Another wicket goes down. He's livid with himself. Kicking himself is Matthew De Villiers. He put in the full length dive, but the bat bounces up, isn't it? Whenever you put in the full length dive like that, he actually made his ground when the bat was in the air. Matthew De Villiers is out after scoring 9 runs from 7 balls. And JSK in more trouble now. 78 for 4 after 10.4 overs. Some pressure building now. They've lost 4 now. JSK, they still have a powerful batter, Donovan Ferreira, to come in next. Vian Mulder is the new batter to the crease. Surprise actually. They're promoting everyone ahead of Ferreira because they want to save Ferreira for the end overs, I believe. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Fifth ball of the over. Oh, that's defended. A little bit of an inside edge. Vian Mulder gets off the mark with a single. Who is going to be the hero today for JSK in this position? Required run rate nearing 11 now. And guess what? Who affected the run out for Matthew De Villiers? Once again, it's James Coles. He can do nothing wrong today. With the bat, with the ball, with the field. If he wanted to do wicket keeping, he would do that as well, I think. That's cut away by Pepper, straight to covers. And another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Joburg Superkings are now 79 for 4 after 11 overs. So Hendrik Nokia now back into the attack. And Mulder defends it towards third man, picks up the single to start the over. Now the equation requirement is under 100 for the Joburg Superkings. 99 needed from 53 balls. Michael Pepper is a very capable batter actually. Can he be the hero today for the Joburg Superkings? They still have Donovan Ferreira. Should not forget that. The batters to come. Donovan Ferreira and Akil Hussain, they are capable batters. Can we see a Ferreira specially? He's done a lot of things in this tournament, but this is the crucial game for both these teams, trying to qualify for the playoffs. That's driven again by Pepper. Towards deep extra covers. They're going to push for 2, I think. Yes, good running between the wickets from Michael Pepper. Another couple of runs. 97 needed from 52. Required run rate though is 11.19. That's on the pads. Michael Pepper flicks it away towards deep square leg. They'll push for 2 here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Michael Pepper. Three more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket. Did he get a nick there? I don't know. But it's gone through the keeper. And I don't think they have taken the single either. Or have they? They have taken the single. So Mulder is back on strike. I think the catch is put down there. It will go down as a dropped catch. Came down the wicket. Was looking to cut it away. They're not getting anything from the wicket. These two batters. It is assisting the bowlers a lot. So tough to go for your shots at this venue. Particularly during a run chase like this where the required run rate is now 11.28. Mulder now back on strike. On the stumps again. Defended by Mulder towards covers. Another dot ball. 94 now needed from 49. They need a big shot. They need a boundary. They need a big over from somewhere here. The Joburg Super Kings. One big over can change the complexion of the match again. I mean, we saw how Miller and Marcus Ackerman played at this venue in the two successful run chases at this venue from Paul Royals and Durban Super Giants. One chase was anchored by Miller and another chase was anchored by Ackerman. That's driven again by Mulder towards deep extra covers. Picks up only a single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Joburg Super Kings are now 86 for 4 after 12 overs. The senior and Muthuswamy now back into the attack. Into his last over now. Has figures of 1 for 22 in his 3.1 overs. Coming around the wicket to Vian Mulder. Mulder goes on the back foot. Kalux Tukari's lost his off stump. And there you go. Another wicket goes down for the Joburg Super Kings. The pressure just keeps on building. And the wickets keep on falling. Vian Mulder has been struggled all tournament with the bat. And he has been dismissed as well. The 5th wicket goes down now for Joburg Super Kings. Half the side back in the pavilion. Senior and Muthuswamy picks up his 2nd wicket of the day. Number 5 goes down for Joburg Super Kings. Vian Mulder disappointed, walking back. And the Joburg Super Kings are now getting themselves into a deeper hole here. Vian Mulder is out for 3. Joburg Super Kings 86 for 5 after 12.1 overs. So out goes Vian Mulder. In comes one of the most destructive hitters in recent times. Donovan Ferreira is the new batter to the crease, and if there was any time when Joburg Super Kings needed Donovan Ferreira, it is today, and it is now in this particular run chase. Can Ferreira do it for JSK today? Can he be the batter that gets the JSK out of this hole? which they have built for themselves. A shot pulled away by Ferreira towards deep mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single as well. Michael Pepper is back on strike. Ferreira has a huge job in his hands because the Joburg Super Kings are staring down the barrel. Goes for a reverse sweep. Appeal for LBW here. And the finger goes up. Another wicket goes down. 2 in the over for Senior and Muthuswamy. And it's all falling apart at the moment for Joburg Super Kings. Sunrisers Eastern Cape getting closer to a qualification for the playoffs, it has to be said. Because the winner of this game is going to qualify for the playoffs. Michael Pepper has gone for the review here. Need to have a look at this one. Could well be another wicket here. Senior and Muthuswamy is just running through this batting lineup of Joburg Super Kings. Looking for the reverse sweep again there, Michael Pepper. Well, I think that's straight enough. That should be out according to my opinion. That looks very straight actually. The Joburg Super Kings started this tournament so brightly, but they've just not been able to get the momentum in the last few matches. Don't know whether that will affect their qualification, though. They are in the 4th position now, Joburg Super Kings, with 3 wins from 7 matches with 2 washouts as well. They still have 2 matches left after this. Whoever wins this game, though, they'll be through to the playoffs. I think even MI Cape Town will be eliminated if Joburg Super Kings wins today. It's pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. And there's another wicket for Senior and Muthuswamy. Michael Pepper is on his way here. 6th wicket goes down for Joburg Super Kings. The finger does go up once again from the umpire. And they're just losing wickets in heaps at the moment now, Joburg Super Kings. Michael Pepper is out after scoring 21 from 24 balls. And JSK are now 87 for 6 after 12.3 overs. The Joburg Super Kings, from being in a position where they were having 3 wins from 3 matches, they are now sliding to 3 defeats in a row if they lose this one, along with 2 washouts as well in the middle. They lost 2 games against MI Cape Town, and now this game is also slipping away slowly and surely, unless Donovan Ferreira does something special. And now a new batter to the crease for Joburg Super Kings, Akil Hussain. Fourth ball of the over coming up, and that's flicked away by Akil Hussain towards deep mid wicket, gets off the mark with a single. It's all down to Ferreira now. It's Ferreira who has to do it for the Joburg Super Kings if they are to get over the line today. After starting the tournament so well, the Joburg Super Kings losing momentum towards the back end of the tournament is not a good sign. They are also without their captain Faf du Plessis. That's driven by Ferreira towards covers and picks up another single. I think the plan for Ferreira will be to somehow see out the spinners and then try and go after the fast bowlers. This has been a fantastic spell though from Senior and Muthuswamy. 3 for 25 in his 3.5 overs. He still has one more delivery left. Last ball of the over. That's on the pads again. Flicked away by Akil Hussain towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. So 4 runs came from that over, including 2 wickets. And Joburg Super Kings are now 90 for 6 after 13 overs. Senior and Muthuswamy finishes with 3 for 26 at the end of his 4 overs. Outstanding spell from him. Well, though, the player of the match voting, though, Quinton de Kock is leading the player of the match voting, which is the most surprising thing I have ever seen. James Coles with a fantastic all-round performance, but still Quinton de Kock needs to get POTM today, player of the match today. Unbelievable stuff. That's driven down the ground by Akil Hossain towards mid-on, and again a dot ball to start the over from Nokia. 89 now needed from 41 balls. Required run rate is 13.02. It's even tough for Ferreira, I believe, this equation. Sunrisers Eastern Cape, they're getting closer to a victory. That's back of the length again, defended by Akil Hossain towards point, towards covers. Another dot ball here. Well, when you know that chasing is so tough at this particular venue, why do you win the toss and bowl first? One question I want to ask the captain of the Joburg Superkings. Chasing is very, very tough at this venue. Still, the teams want to only chase. Conditions are very important. You need to read the conditions. That's cut away by Akil Hossain towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. So Ferreira is back on strike. It's looking like now or never for Ferreira at least, and he needs to clear the boundary, needs to hit some lusty blows if Joburg Superkings are to have any chance in this game. 88 needed from 39 balls. How quickly a game can turn in a T20 game is just simply unimaginable. Well, if anyone had seen today's match between Hobart Hurricanes and Brisbane Heat in the Big Bash League, I mean, the way Brisbane Heat came back and won today's match, completely, you can't even imagine how Brisbane Heat won today's match, because Hobart Hurricanes were coasting, they were cruising at one stage. They needed 9 runs to win from 11 balls at one stage. From there, Hobart Hurricanes couldn't win, and Brisbane Heat kept their season alive by winning today. So, I mean, the T20 cricket can sometimes be very, very crazy. So 2 more deliveries left in this over, coming around the wicket again, and that's back of the length. Akil Hossain defends it back to the bowler. It's not helping at all, these dot balls. Just 2 runs coming from this over, still 1 ball left. Somewhere, someone has to take a risk. Donovan Ferreira has to go for the big shots, at least from the next over. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's another bouncer there. Quinton de Kock collects it cleanly. Oh, what bounce, what carry from the wicket, isn't it? Another dot ball to finish the over. Just 2 runs came from that over. And Joburg Superkings are now 92 for 6 after 14 overs. So 6 overs left, 87 needed. It can't get tougher than this equation. Required run rate of 14.50. It's time for Donovan Ferreira to show some fireworks. James Coles back into the attack. Short and wide, cut away by Ferreira, can only pick up a single towards deep extra covers. 86 from 35. Now down to Akil Hossain. Has to play some big shots. He's capable with the bat. He can hit some boundaries, some lusty blows. And it's now or never. You cannot take it more deeper than this. Sunrisers Eastern Cape will also get a bonus point if they can restrict Joburg Super Kings to under 142. Second ball of the over coming up. And Akil Hossain comes down the wicket, looks to flick it away, not able to make connection. Another dot ball. Just get a feeling that any time a wicket can fall, actually, the way the bowlers are bowling, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. I mean, like, it's just unbelievable. It's hit down the ground again by Akil Hossain towards long off and picks up another single. Ferreira drives it again towards deep extra covers. He's found the gap, has he? Yes, he has, I think. Finally, a boundary for Joburg Super Kings. Ferreira picks up his first boundary in this innings. Maybe this is the start of something good to come. It's full again, driven again by Ferreira, down towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Singles are not going to do much, they need a lot of boundaries. One more delivery left in the spell of James Coles. It's kind of a free hit for Akil Hossain, he has to go for the big shot. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes big, Akil Hossain, I think he's got this one. Yes, he has. That's massive. Has he? Yes, he has. Just about clearing. Long side of the boundary there. Just about clearing the boundary. A 6 to finish that over. It was kind of a free hit for Akil Hossain. And he's got the 6 that was needed. 13 runs came from that over. And Joburg Super Kings are now 105 for 6 after 15 overs. So Adam Milne now back into the attack. And Ferreira swings it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to start the over. 73 now needed from 29 balls. Donovan Ferreira has only hit 1-4 so far. And that is hurting JSK a little bit. The required run rate 15.10. It's putting more pressure now on Akil Hossain as well. But what a shot that was from Akil Hossain last ball. Just about clearing the boundary. Long boundaries as well here at St. George's Park. Again, showing why it's so tough to chase these totals at this particular venue. It will be better for teams to win the toss and bat first at this venue rather than putting yourself under pressure like this. That's high in the air. Now this is going to be a out, I think. Any fielder coming underneath it? Yes, taken. Another wicket goes down. And this is what happens. Donovan Ferreira hasn't quite got going at the other end. And that's putting pressure on Akil Hossain to keep on playing the big shots. He just hit a 6 in the last over. I was looking for another big one with the asking rate above 15. And all he's managed to do is just slice it in the air. And the fielder at third man making no... In fact, the keeper taking the catch there. So the 7th wicket goes down now for Joburg Super Kings. Akil Hossain is also gone after scoring 10 runs from 11 balls. And JSK now 106 for 7 after 15.2 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So Nandre Burger is the new batter to the crease for the Joburg Super Kings. Third ball of the over coming up from Adam Milne. And Burger defends it. Almost went back onto the stumps. Another dot ball from Adam Milne. And it's going down here for Joburg Super Kings. They've lost 7 wickets. And unfortunately, it's just not able to get a move on. It's becoming, the equation is getting out of reach. It looks like Sunrisers Eastern Cape will officially qualify for the playoffs. Durban Super Giants will still be alive in the tournament, hanging by a thread. They need to win their last game though against Pal Royals. So everything to play for in the last few matches in this group stage. Fourth ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away by Burger, straight to mid-wicket. Can't take the single. Still Ferreira's off strike. That is now not helping JSK at all. Ferreira needs to be on strike if JSK have to get over the line. There's also a chance for Sunrisers Eastern Cape to get the bonus point, also go to the top of the table today. They win this. That's uppercut by Burger. Down to third man, 1 bounce to third man. And gets off the mark with a single here. Gives the strike back to Ferreira, but what can Ferreira do now? He has to keep the strike for the next over. That's all he will do. The Sunrisers Eastern Cape will go to the top of the table today if they win this, along with a bonus point as well. And they'll also seal playoff qualification. I think Pretoria Capitals are also 1 win away from sealing their qualification, or in fact they have even qualified. It's flicked away by Ferreira. Sensible thing to do. Keeps the strike. Picks up the single. Keeps the strike. But an excellent over from Adam Milne. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Akil Hossain. And Joburg Super Kings are now 108 for 7 after 16 overs. So 71 needed from the last 4 overs. Can Ferreira do something unimaginable for the Joburg Super Kings today? Marco Janssen back into the attack now. Is bowling his third over today. Been expensive so far. Donovan Ferreira on strike. Oh, he pulls it straight up in the air. This should be out. Another fielder coming underneath it, takes the catch, and that's the match for Sunrisers Eastern Cape right there, I guess. Donovan Ferreira, the captain, is also walking back now. Joburg Super Kings lose their 8th wicket. The pressure just kept on building. It was unsustainable. And Ferreira has just top-edged one straight up in the air. Simple catch for the fielder at square leg. And it just sums up the day for the Joburg Super Kings today. Just unable to accelerate the scoring. Really good catch there by that fielder, diving forward. So Donovan Ferreira is out after scoring 11 runs from 9 balls. Joburg Super Kings now 108 for 8 after 16.1 overs. That's Imran Tahir is the new batter to the crease and flicks it away leg side towards mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. Andre Berger swings and misses. Another dot ball here from Janssen. Goes for the cut shot again. Again, not able to make connection there. Extra bounce for Janssen. And another dot ball. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Just 1 run from this over so far and a wicket as well. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that swung down the ground by Berger. Has he got it all the way? No, just clears that fielder. And it goes 1 bounce for 4. So Berger gets his first boundary of the day. Beautifully hit down the ground over long on. They're checking whether it went for a 4 or a 6. And it's given us a 4. Last ball of the over. That's pulled away again by an Andre Berger down the ground. It's in the gap, is it? No, good fielding at long on. And Berger picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Donovan Ferreira, and Joburg Super Kings all but done now, 115 for 8 after 17 overs. So Hendrik Nokia now bowling the penultimate over. Ooh, Imran Tahir goes for the, not a penultimate over, bowling the 18th over, starts with a dot ball. Imran Tahir going for the cut shot and missing it. This time a cutaway again by Imran Tahir towards deep point and picks up another single. Third ball of the over coming up. That's sliced in the air and taken at point. Another wicket goes down. It's been that kind of day. It just sums up the day for Joburg Super Kings. They lose their 9th now. Berger has just sliced it into the hands of point. And the 9th wicket goes down here. Andrik Nokia also picks up the wicket. Andre Berger is gone after scoring 7 runs from 8 balls. And JSK now 116 for 9 after 17.3 overs. So Richard Gleeson is the last batter to the crease for the Joburg Super Kings. And that's defended again by Gleeson towards point. Another dot ball from Nokia. 63 needed from 14. It's a lost cause now. Sunrisers Eastern Cape will be the first team to qualify for the playoffs in this SA20 tournament. I think Pretoria Capitals have also already qualified for the playoffs. Looking to pull it away. Extra bounce there from Nokia. Another dot ball here. They're going to get a bonus point as well here, Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Along with the win, they'll get the bonus point. Last ball of the over. It's cut away again by Gleeson towards deep extra covers and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Andre Berger, and JSK are now 117 for 9 after 18 overs. So Marco Janssen to bowl the penultimate over. Gleeson on strike. He's edged it, has he? I think he has. Gone. Finger goes up, and that's the game. That's the game for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. They have won this match by 61 runs. Janssen picks up the final wicket. Gleeson has nicked it through to the keeper. And a comprehensive win for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape by 61 runs. And they've also got the bonus point as well, courtesy this win. Janssen finishing things off in style, picking up his 2nd wicket. And Joburg Super Kings all out for 117 in 18.1 overs. Unfortunately, the Joburg Super Kings just couldn't get going in the run chase. It was always going to be a tough run chase. It was always going to be a tough run chase for the Joburg Super Kings. We had already discussed that scores above 165 is very, very hard to chase down. And the winning streak of the teams batting first, scoring 165 plus in this tournament continues. The tournament's history itself, no team has ever won a match while chasing 165 plus. And it has become 10-0 now for the teams batting first scoring above 165 at this venue. A comprehensive win from the Sunrisers Eastern Cape has to be said. In the middle overs, Senior and Muthuswamy picked up 3 wickets. Senior and Muthuswamy picked up 3 wickets. James Coles picked up 2 wickets. Marco Jansen picked up a couple of wickets. Adam Milne picked up 1 wicket. And Andrik Nokia also picked up 1 wicket. So every bowler picked up wickets today for Sunrisers Eastern Cape. And in the end, a massive win. And Sunrisers Eastern Cape have also sealed their qualification into the playoffs courtesy this win. And they also go to the top of the table after this win. And more importantly, Durban Super Giants can breathe a sigh of relief now as they are still alive in this tournament, because they will be hoping that Joburg Super Kings can lose both their remaining games so that the Durban Super Giants can qualify after winning their final match. So plenty of permutations and combinations here towards the end of the group stages. But what a massive win for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. 61 run win. The Joburg Super Kings tried hard. They got off to a good start in the run chase, but they just kept on losing their way. And that was expected because, as I said, in the middle overs, in this particular venue, St. George's Park in Gokabera, the middle overs, it becomes very, very slow. The conditions becomes very slow. And it becomes very tougher. It becomes tougher and tougher for the chasing teams. Even in those 2 matches which Pal Royals and Durban Super Giants won on this ground, while chasing down totals, it still went to the last over. Those teams still struggled in the run chases, although they got over the line. And those are the only 2 wins for the chasing team in the SA20 tournament at this venue. That itself shows how difficult it is for chasing teams at this particular venue. And given that kind of a record for the chasing teams, I just wonder why teams are always winning the toss and bowling first in these venues. You know that if you bat first and score 170 to 180, you can defend the total at this venue. Then why do you want to bowl first? Some things that we just can't understand, isn't it? I mean, Joburg Super Kings could have so easily, they could have won the toss. They could have scored this 170 plus batting first, and then they could have defended it, because you know that all you need to score is above 165. They are going to defend it at this venue. Why would you want to chase and get stuck in the run chases? I mean, some decisions, we don't even understand the logic behind those decisions, but they just take those decisions and then you lose like this. I mean, they're not able to understand. But anyways, take nothing away from Sunrisers Eastern Cape though. They just completely outplayed the Joburg Super Kings today. They are into the playoffs. A comprehensive win by 61 runs against Joburg Super Kings. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches in this SA20 tournament. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys. Cheers and good night from India.
like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.